Hey, beautiful, blessed Black people. Welcome back. Real quick, short video. I was asked a question about a couple of statements I made in previous videos about relationship building as it pertains to Blacks globally, as well as Blacks in the diaspora. And the question was, not everybody is traveling. So how do you suppose we meet people who are not within our inner circle? I thought that was an excellent question. And so I started to ponder and think about how I met other people who were not in my inner circle, and how I met Africans that lived in the diaspora, how I met Africans that still live on the continent, and others alike. So I would say really quick to some of you all who are wondering how, almost in every city in the US, if you don't travel, you can travel to a different type of local establishments. For those of you who go out, most of the cities have probably an African restaurant or an African club or Jamaican or Caribbean club or restaurant. So you can start by venturing out, seeing what's in your state, in your community, what's close to you. And travel doesn't always mean international. We have 50 states here in the US that we can travel to. There are places an hour from us, 2 hours, 4 hours, where we know we're doing a pandemic, so many of us are not, including myself, jumping on flights. But if you're driving and you're up to driving, that's travel. That doesn't necessarily mean international, and travel doesn't mean international. You can travel locally, or you can travel 15 minutes from your home, 20 minutes from your home, and find something new. You're not eating in restaurants, but you're doing pickup. So find your local Caribbean or African restaurant and pick up an item. Look at the menu, go to TripAdvisor, see if that restaurant is listed. Ask around. You can probably go to Facebook and see what's in your local area. Maps is another one. Yelp. A lot of people do Yelp reviews, including myself. So you can put that restaurant in and try to read some reviews. You can pull up the menu. A lot of restaurants have online websites. Pull up a menu of a Caribbean or an African restaurant. Do takeout. So you can say you traveled and you tasted a local African dish or Caribbean dish. Or when it's time, or if you're one of those persons who are going out and it's open and you have a Caribbean club or a Caribbean bar and grill or African bar and grill in your neighborhood or within driving distance, go try. Talk, be friendly, be open. When the pandemic is over, you'll have an opportunity to do even more of that. I've met a lot of people in school. So I met Africans in college. If there are some people who are in school or at work and you have different ethnicities from various, I'm going to say Black countries and islands, speak to someone. Ask a question that can spark conversation. Inquisitive minds get answers, right? And I was taught the only stupid question is the one or silly question is the one you never asked. So you may want to try to spark a conversation with someone new. The Africans that worked in the places that I've worked in the past, I've started off talking to them, and the next thing you know, we're talking and we're still talking for years. So that is a way in which, if you don't travel, I've given you how you can still travel. And when we say we don't travel, I want you to know that international travel is not the only way you travel. We travel locally. That's still traveling. When you leave your city, when you leave your state, you've traveled. Actually, if you leave your community, you've traveled. So don't look at this as just international. The other thing you can do is you can get online, for those of you who are on social media, and you could become a part of groups that will allow you to ask questions, and to meet other people. And you can talk and learn from those people. There is the Black Travel Movement on Facebook. There are African American travelers on Facebook. Travel African Movement, Black Folks Travel Too. There are so many different ways in which you could meet people outside of your community, and Blacks that are local based as well as globally. So I would say start with your social media as well if you're on it. Blacks, no matter where you're from, we're all the same. And I know people say, wait a minute, no, we're not. We all have different cultures. We all may have different perspectives. We all may have different behaviors. But when I say the same, we all originated from the African continent, right? So that's what I mean by the same. So don't worry. Yes, I'm very aware that we all come from various cultures. And there are even subcultures within a culture. I know. But when I say we're the same, we originated from one place. So we're all related in some way. No matter what we say, we will hear the statements about, I'm not related to them, I'm not African, I'm not this, I'm not that, or I'm not African American. Okay. At the end of the day, we share common ancestry. Whether we were left in Haiti, dropped off in Jamaica, dropped off in the US and Canada, migrated to the UK, or migrated to Ireland, no matter what, our ancestors came from one place. So it's up to us to decide if we want to travel locally, if we want to travel to different states, if we want to build different kinds of relationships. You have to make the first step. Again, I've given you a couple of things that you can do. Restaurants, the bars if you go out. Look for your next vacation you take. Go on a vacation in the U.S. if you're in the U.S. or wherever you are. Vacation close to home if you can drive. If you're vacationing, if you're traveling, and pick a place. Pick a new place, a Caribbean place, an African place. Or if you're African, or if you're Caribbean, pick a soul food place. If you go to Georgia or wherever you go, pick an African American, locally owned Black place and see if you can meet a new person. I guarantee you will. Hope that you would leave your comments on the videos. If you disagree, it's okay. I want to hear it. I want to hear your thoughts. If you would, just take a minute, write a comment. Pushback is welcomed. Anything you'd like for me to do better, I'm open to it. Or different, I'm open to it. Please leave your comments. If you like the video, it's okay to like it. Doesn't cost you anything. If you want to subscribe to the channel, doesn't cost you anything. You can hit the notify button. Doesn't cost you anything. But I hope in the end of all of this, all I want is to learn from you. You can learn from me. And together, as Black people, we can be better, be blessed, and safe.